Hello. Oh, we missed a spot. Hold on. Hello, everybody. This is Ryan from Orion, King of the Cold Open, and welcome back to Evergreen. Or welcome to if you're new. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, also welcome. It doesn't matter either way. Good to see you. Good to see you. We have done a lot last episode, which is in the top right corner of the screen now. It better be. Me. Please do it. And last episode we did this, which was a massive project. What's going on over there? Oh, pillages. Okay, that's fine. I was worried the cows escaped again, because that would be horrible. In between episodes, I made this little river that connects what is technically our cave to the open water, and in here I properly went in and put a bunch of deep slate, and it's actually really cool. I need to kind of go around with a water bucket and just fill these in, just because it kind of creates air pockets, which I don't want to keep, but it also kind of disrupts the land, but whatever, that doesn't really matter right now. So yeah, this is really cool. Got a bunch of different stuff. We got mud, we got kelp, we got pillagers. Let's take care of these guys. Did you think you could appear here? Get here now. Oh, this guy's dead. Come here. Attack from below and above. Your turn. You think you could hide from me? Oh, I missed. Oh, that was unfortunate. Anyway, we'll just excuse that. Let's pretend we didn't see nothing. Anyway, my tools aren't looking pretty sharp right now. We've got ominous, so we might as well give that a go in a bit. But, so yeah, look at this lovely thing. So this just leads us over to our mine, and it drops us off down here. Whee! And that, to be fair, leads straight to the trial chamber, which is perfect, because that's exactly what we're needing and wanting to do. Also, between episodes, I need to work on this bit a little bit, but I have modeled and shaped this earth in order to create a little bit of a slope. Let's show you in the free cam. Look at that, look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful indeed. So, because of this, I wanted to put something up here. I think that would look really cool. Like, because we're going to be coming here via here. So what I was wanting to do is, like, here we get to see a little slope and that appears there. But with that being there, that's actually a pretty good zoom. With that being there, we need other bits and bobs to be in this area here. So yeah, let me just create something. Do I have? I do, thank goodness. I just wanted to create like a stepping stone. Not that I really know how stepping stones would work in real life, but like, so we can just hop across without it looking... To be fair, I could just use lily pads, but I unfortunately have run out. But that would give us a nice little way to traverse this without making something too big and drastic. As I was saying, we're going to put something here, but what I ask, shall we put here? At first, I was thinking it would be really cool if we added a sawmill or something, but I don't actually know what they look like, quite honestly. So I need to take a look at what it requires for it to be a sawmill, and then from that point I can start to think, okay, this is how I'm going to shape it, because a lot of the times it's good to keep your references within real life, because that's how people identify stuff, based off of what is real life. Hopefully that makes sense and doesn't sound a bit too convoluted. Just making this a little bit more gradual, because it was a little bit too close to that end over there. Oopsie. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Anyway, this needs to spread up nicely before we begin the base. So I'm just gonna tackle some other bits. I'm just trying to think about what's our outstanding projects here. Of course, the beach needs to be done, so I need to do some texturing on that. And I do have a bit of basalt still, so we should be okay, technically. But, you know, it could always be better. It could always be better. And we also need to do the ways to get up to here easily. Also, that over there, where the horse is swimming. I was thinking of putting a really cool, almost like a lighthouse type thing over here. That could look really sick if I just position myself from here. We have a little bit of a really cool frame. We might increase the size of something on this end here, but like that. Look at that, that's sick. They'll be perfectly framed in that. Chickens have laid eggs. Excellent. Haha, that's a pun. Unfortunate. Moving on. But yeah, we are feeding these guys up as much as possible. And I have put in these fences for two reasons. One, to hopefully keep them in. I'm not sure if they can fit through these types of gaps. Maybe, oh, the chicken might be able to. I just saw a chicken outside the fence. Oh, please don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so chickens might be able to, but that just means I will have to just like grab some spruce and just like double it up. Like that, maybe. What do you think of that, huh? Think that's good? I guess he doesn't like it. Okay. Well, I'll take it down for now. That chicken's gonna wander for a bit. But I like the idea of keeping the farm animals out of the, it's like free. I don't want them all like cooped up and pinned in or anything like that. I like the freedom that they have. That's a hole. What the heck? That's a hole. What the? Yeah. What did they have to say for themselves? Guess nothing. What the? I mean, oh, maybe it was thundering. Oh no, it could have been thundering which caused that. Crap. Okay, well, that's annoying. A lot of my houses are going to be made of wood. That's not good. That's not good at all, dude. Okay, thinking. I am thinking. What is this? Thinking harder now. Thinking a lot. Curiosity makes me think. Thinking more. That's a flaming arrow, damn. Not this way. So yeah, I have a few ideas now, but I'm gonna need to do a bit of preparation. So I'll meet you guys back in just a mere moment. Okay, so today we're gonna do the sort of lighthouse Viking thing that's gonna be up on this little plateau and hill over there. But I have no idea how it's going to look. So in order to figure that out, I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. And that is, we're going to go into a creative mode testing world. Very wild, I know, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. 3, 2, 1. And we're here. We're in a creative mode testing world. Yep, that's right. That is where we are. Right, how do I get this to work? I shift that, yep, there we go. Creative, yay, look at that. There we go. So, over here, what? First point. Oh, hold on. First point, boom. Second point, boom. I can just move chunks. Confirm. Oh wow, that's crazy. Control Z. Yeah, okay, cool. So I have the, what's it called? Axiom? Editor me, shove it in here somewhere. Name of this thing. Blah, hopefully it's there on screen for you guys. Anyway, so yeah, this is essentially like a Blender type tool, but in creative mode. Well, that's not what I wanted to pick up. There we go. Which is very exciting thing. Of course, this is okay. Before you guys freak out, by the way, am I recording? I am. Okay, yeah. Before you guys freak out, this is not the same world. This is a duplicate. Okay, whatever we make here is just testing. Okay, and then we're going to try and recreate it out in the real world. As you can see, it's an exact duplicate of my current world. We still have the hole in the hangar. We have the squirrel. Where's the squirrel? Where? There it is. The squirrel's still here, doing his business. Still farm, still animals, still the same world. All it is just that it's creative now. So don't worry about it. Don't worry or anything like that. I'm not cheating. I do not want to cheat in this world. I want to keep this as proper as I can. So we are just flattening out this land firstly and foremost, but we do have this tool here which should actually allow us to make it normally without us needing to. Let me just move my mic slightly. Right. So we're probably going to have to go in here ourselves and add a little bit more. But to be fair, it's not doing a bad job. This is what I'm going to mainly be using this for, is the massive for like terrain type tools. But to get a better understanding and idea of what the actual thing is going to be, this may also come in handy for our palettes, like our texturing palettes and so on and so forth. This I feel is a pretty good base. So over on top here, I'm hoping this should work, but it's gonna really depend. Eraser? Is there an eraser? Melt. Oh, I melted the water. That's not good. Okay, hold on. Let's elevation. Brush. Is there? Can I alt it to de-elevate it? Hold on. Nope, that's not how that works. I knew that. But hopefully that doesn't do anything. If I just do fill with water, I'm amazing. Okay, I need to stop selecting. Stop it. Select to display. We want this one. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so as you guys can see here, this is a Pinterest board. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. This is the pin part of the Pinterest board, but I have a Pinterest where I keep ideas for this thing. And the idea that I want to kind of replicate is this thing, which I quite like. Because it's got the boat, it's got the dock sort of stuff, which I quite enjoy. But the only thing is, it doesn't feel How to Train Your Dragon type Viking. It does feel Viking, but it feels a bit grand. And what I wanted to be the quote-unquote lighthouse is kind of like a watchtower, which is not what I'm hoping for. So we're going to be modifying this, of course, as we want to. Okay, that's out of the way now, forever and ever. Let's get back into this. Let's switch to our normal creative mode, because we are going to do this kind of manually. So, of course, we're going to be viewing everything. Oopsie. We're going to hold the safety short grass in order to make sure that I do not accidentally edit the world too much and destroy everything. But we are going to now take a look at what we can do. Okay, hold on. Let me... wait, I have... Clear. What? No. Weather. Clear. Beautiful. Work. Work. Clearing up. Thank goodness, because that was really tough to think. Okay. So yes, what do we have? What do we have? Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. Let's start with something very, 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 very simple. And that's going to be some of you. Get rid of you. Get some of that. Some of this. Some of this. And sure, why not that? Let's get a camp. Yeah, that's very good. We're going to get normal campfire. And then we're going to try this. So we are just going to start with, I think, a base of spruce is probably going to be our best bet. So what we're going to do here is create levels. We are Vikings, my friends, and because we are Vikings, we need to start thinking about how we can use the main base land to our advantage. There's no point of us trying to constantly altering the land in order to make what we want, because a lot of this is pretty good. That's why I picked the spot out, and we want to keep as much of that as possible. We do not want to just like ignore it. Just do the place a disservice, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's do this. That chicken laid an egg. He thought I wouldn't notice, but I did. Keep doing that. It's like I have a 10th slot all of a sudden. I don't want a 10th slot. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Crisis averted. Let's take a look at how that looks. Okay, how do we look? How do we see? We see with our eyes, Ray. Good job, me. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself. I'm nervous. Nervous about how this is going to look. Okay. Interesting. So, quickly, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm running with. Where is OBS? I'm running with this at the moment. Fun stuff, I know. It works really, really well. I think it looks cool, and it has a lot of plateaus, which are man-made. So it feels a little bit more like it was built for a purpose, rather than just using the natural land as we want to, as a Viking would, because quite honestly, a Viking, I don't think would want to spend his day carving out a massive, you know, like a really extremely large scale mountain in order for him to build his house on top of it. You know, that doesn't quite make any sense. So what we're doing here is kind of using the main land in order to make something that we want to make. So let's just fiddle along a little bit with this shape. So I'm thinking this may need to, I don't want it to thin out too much because I like the size, but if we do this, it might just start looking a little bit better. Now I realize I could just go into the axiom mode, grab the extrude button probably, and not like that, I meant like this, then just like boop, 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 and then just keep doing that for a little bit. We have an enderman that's joined us. There you go. Look at that. Then we can go back into normal mode. Just edit. Can you move forward, please? Thank you. Just edit this to make it a bit more of a natural sort of looking gradient. Or sloping manner, I guess. There you go. That looks a bit better. Fill this in. Fill this in. Okay. So yeah, then from this point, the actual build itself can kind of can you be quiet, buddy? Shush. We can kind of, could you be quiet, please, for the love of good? Oh, you testing me now, Enderman? Come here. Get back. Ignore that I'm missing everyone. Oh my gosh. Deserved. Okay. I'm sorry, I apologize. What was I talking about? I don't know. Oh, build base, yes. We're builder base right here. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So, let's see. We're kind of wanting then the main bit to kind of be here, and this will be sort of the main entrance. Let's just do like that. Yes. Excellent. We can probably push this back a bit more as well. We'll probably actually like mix in some proper stone and stuff. I want to just get a quick block out, and then we can start actually thinking about the rest of the stuff. So let's just switch over here. Oh wait, actually let's do a 4. Okay, this will be our far away camera, so we can just stop and then just take a look back at what we are building. So F3. Oh no, if I just press F4, it should just close it. Perfect. So our camera is just based over there. Every time I press F4 and 4, it'll put us back there. And that's perfect. It's exactly what we need. Exactly what we want as well. To be fair, what we could do is just, because, I'm just trying to think, like, yeah, I'm walking down, how does it feel natural? Like, whoop-de-doo. Oh yeah, what's over here? Ooh. Don't ask what those sounds were, I'm just thinking. This will be the entrance, and then we can make this go up a bit. So that's door height. That'll be just a little bit less than door height. How do we feel with that? Sure. Okay, then we're gonna break this open. Yeah, actually I kind of like that a bit more. Then we're gonna just plonk a bunch of ears down. I might do that maybe. Interesting. Maybe we push this a bit further back and we have a bit more of the sort of walkway landing type thing. Or to be fair, we could just raise it into proper planks at this point. Maybe. Hold on. Let's experiment. Let's experiment. I'm not going to rule anything out just yet because we are in a creative space. There's no point ruling out things, especially when everything is subject to change. Okay. So I'm thinking, like, for the overall shape of the thing, we might just actually switch that back to the spruce. The strip log, I mean, not the spruce. This is all spruce. Yeah, switching back to the log. Talking me, not my strong suit. Get rid of that. Get. This might look good. I don't know. We're not too worried about the thing. We're just doing a base thing first. First, we're blocking out. That's what we're doing. We're blocking this out. There's no point of doing all the crazy details when we haven't even figured out what the base is going to look like, you know? Like I said, it goes with every piece of art. That's how you got to do it. How you got to do it. Okay, okay, okay. How do we like this? I'm going to switch over here, see how big it looks. Doesn't look too big, but right now it just looks like a rectangle, which is fine. It's going to have to look like a rectangle first because the shape language is all going to mainly come from the roofy bits, which reminds me, how did I do that? Okay, so we're going to kind of follow a similar sort of shape that we did on our one over here, and even on this one technically. We're going to come out maybe a bit wider even. Right here. Because on the reference image I'm looking at, it isn't actually connected to the ground, which normally, from what I see of like How to Train a Dragon looking buildings, it is normally. But because of the How to Train a Dragon-ness, I'm just going to keep it with it just so we can see and experiment a bit more. Finish it off with these ones. Okay, let's take a look at that shape. Does that read? Surprisingly, it does read. You know what? I'm happy with that. I quite like that. It might be a bit too thick, though. That's my only concern. Let's try and get rid of one of these. That does look a little bit better. But I feel like it's too sharp of a thing here. So what I might try to do is, how can I curve this? Nah. We may need to do it based off of a bigger sort of thing. Doesn't probably make any sense. But it may need to be like a bigger circle. Or actually, this might work. Slabs all the way. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's the wrong button. Whoop. Wrong one as well. Upwards, maybe. Then you go like that. This does make it feel a bit wide. Hopefully not too wide. Then we could just kind of extend that upwards, maybe. That feels a bit too blocky now. Preferred it when it was less blocky. That looks successfully thing, but it feels like it's too not pointy now. It needs to be wider. Not wider, taller, pointier. More point. More point. Dang it. Is that too much to ask? A little more point. What's that look? Ooh, it's gross. Could we not get like quarter blocks? So it's just that bit. Could we not? Okay, it might be okay. You know, it might be fine. I might be exaggerating. Or am I exaggerating? I don't know. Well, you know what? That's for me to figure out as we go. We can always change it later. Let's move on. Okay. Now, before you all laugh at me, I think we have a good base here. Okay, I think we do. But we need to kind of continue this sort of shape out and along it just a tiny bit more, I think. just because it kind of loses the fact, it feels then too just blocky and straight, which is not necessarily a bad thing, it's just not what I'm kind of going for. And to be fair, we could make use of this in order to add a little bit more depth, potentially. Interesting. I kind of like that. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's continue that along here, maybe. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a proper beam out here. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I like it. I like it, Picasso. Okay, that's great. Part of me feels like it should be more like rotated towards us, but if I did that, that's not going to look great because the look and view of it. But I could, I mean, we'll experiment a bit more. We'll figure it out. You know what? Let's just do. Let's not waste any time here. We want the roof to kind of extend, whoopsie, out a tiny bit, I'm thinking, before we add the second story. There we go. And then finally over this side. Whoopsie. Yep. Okay. Again, not mad at it. We might go back to this style. You know, we might just do that just because something does feel a little off. Or, you know what? We won't do that. We are gonna, well, we will kind of do that. So what I'm gonna do is grab you. We're going to make sure this is roughly the right height. Nope, that's not where I wanted it. Okay, yeah, so what we're gonna do is essentially make that, but here. So for the second floor, I'm wanting to make it be like our original one because the shape language will read a lot more from it, which is kind of the whole idea, because the shape of the building is what's going to make it look like a Viking build, if that hopefully makes some sense. We don't want it too large, so I'm just going to do this next one as 2 and then we'll do the straight ones. But this is great. This is really cool. I kind of enjoy this. It's not, I was thinking I was going to not enjoy it as much as I am, but building in creative mode does have its uses, I'll tell you that. This is the wrong way around. But hopefully you guys also enjoy working on a build with me technically, because normally I'm just like, okay, this is what we're doing today. Bang, bang, bang. I completed it. So yeah, it's very interesting and different, but hopefully it's good different and not like, my god, I wish this guy would shut up type different. If it is that, then let me know and then I'll see what I can do. Okay. Oh. Intriguing. You learn by doing. That's what this is going to be the title of this video. You learn by doing. And that is very much the case. Very much constantly in this so far, because we're having to adjust a lot of the stuff on the fly. That's not a bad thing. But in order to make things look right, look good. Is it just me, or does spruce feel a lot less saturated than it normally does? Like over there, it's very vibrant looking, but I guess it's because I'm in the shade. Maybe that's it. This side, I guess it does look quite vibrant. But that means we're just going to have to mix up a color palette a little bit in order to help make that feel more vibrant. That's the power of color palettes. Sick. Okay, back to number 4. That looks pretty strong, actually. I'm happy. I must admit, I'm a very happy chap right now. Let's put you bit one over here. Extend. Extend. That's not what I asked for. Okay. What did I do? Oh, that's how I did it. Okay, that's fine. Lovely. Okay, something feels off. I don't know what it is. Why is there a gap? It's because I had the roof on that side, so it didn't really matter. How can I fix? That's wrong, firstly. Hold on. Okay. Fix how me? Do we? Don't know. How do I fix that? I could ignore it. It's thing in my eye. It's not cool. Come on, man. Ugh, eyes work with me. Eyes, I call upon you to work. Normally. Thank you, eyes, finally, for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, how are we fixing this? Answer. We're not. Play into it. Play into it more. No one knows how this is meant to be. So therefore, we'll do it how we want to. Yeah. That's right. That's what we'll do. Let's just take this all the way along. There's not the final blocks. Beautiful. Too much. Too much. That's roughly right. That's about it. Right now, I don't think I've said any words. I've just been making noises, I'm almost certain. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully, I'll add some cool music or something. So you can, so I can edit this down substantially, because it's taken me quite a while to get to this point. And I want this to be enjoyable. Kind of like a building with B-dubs, but without B-dubs, because I'm not B-dubs. And trust me when I say this, what you guys are going to see later on is me doing my very best to make a time lapse of the stuff, which is one, very exciting, and two, that's not right, is very exciting. Okay, I'm loving this. I really like this. This is very exciting. Well, we're missing one of the main parts of what's going to make this fisherman's thing, like the point of it, like, because of course the whole point of this is to redirect lightning bolts, okay? And the reason and how I'm going to be doing that is we're going to be adding like a little tower type thing that kind of extends off from here. But I have a little bit of a concern. That is, how the heck am I going to attach it to this thing? How are we going to do that? These are big questions. These are very big questions. And what I'm thinking is, we simply don't. We simply just don't. Maybe thinking, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And you'd probably be right. But if we look at it, especially from whilst we're over here, oh, I can't drop. I forget this is a free cam. So if we like look at it from over here, the composition looks cool. I'm happy with it as a thing. But this spot over here could use something. So instead of having it be a part of the thing, we could just simply have it as an extra bit that's a bit further back, but taller. If that kind of makes sense. So we're going to just block this out very quickly. Hopefully making use of stone and stone bricks. Where's stone bricks? There it is. Just making sure it's not silverfish, because that would be hella annoying. Now we don't need it crazy big, so I'm just going to do a really small one. And then if it's too small, we'll biggen it. We'll make it larger. So this grass as well, it's very annoying. Looks pretty, but it's like, that's annoying, dude. Okay, and then just to get the right idea, just gonna extend this upwards a bit. We want this to be relatively tall. Bigger? Okay, then let's just raise something up. Oh wait, what am I doing? I could just... Yeah. this is the best mod tool ever. Of all time. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's switch back. Fourth. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that looks about right. Okay. But no, we don't want to extend the grass. That would be a bit bad. Does it feel too far away from the rest of the thing? It actually looks kind of short from down here. Wait, is that my FOV talking? It might be. It might just be. Hold on, let's switch over to here. I feel like that needs to be nudged over some more, actually. Oof, I don't know. Okay, hold on, let me just clear selection. Select it again. Can cut it. Then we can just move it and paste it. Here. Paste. There we go. There we go. Okay, switch back to this. That's not what I wanted. There we go. And that feels actually kind of right. Maybe a little to the left. You know... Could I select half of this? I guess maybe box selecting might do. Or could I just lasso select it, I wonder? Hopefully this doesn't select any land behind it. But lasso... How do I... Okay, confirm. Please don't select the entire world. Oh no. Why am I in spectator mode? Anyway, what I was trying to do is just shrink the top by 1, but I guess it doesn't want to do that, so we are just gonna have to do this a little bit by hand. Beautiful. Let's take how that looks. You know, fourth camera. Beautiful. Cinema. Absolute cinema. I love it. I hereby sentence it to the beautifulness it is, because it is beautiful. Okay. But it also makes me want to kind of model the land a little bit to help kind of integrate it in. So instead of it just being there, what we can do is just like, it's kind of just like create a little bit of a dirt swirl, if that kind of makes sense. It might not make sense, and that's okay, but I'll show you what I mean. Yep, that's it. That's it right there. That's perfect. That is perfect. It's beautiful. Mwah, French kiss that. Maybe not. But it's still beautiful. That might not look 100%, but it's a-okay. Because it's going to look fine. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay, I'm going to shut off for now. But I'm really, really proud of this so far. I'm hoping we can get this done this episode. It is officially the next day. Look at our base generating behind us. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm now looking at this place with fresh eyes. It's always a good idea to stop for a minute. Oh, look at this. The rain is clearing up. Look at that. It's often good just to look at something with fresh eyes and not be tainted by the work you put into it. And with this, I'm liking it. I'm liking the composition. We go to... Oh, I need to set it up again. If we look at the composition here, I'm thinking it looks pretty neat. Okay. It might be better if we move it out just one more. One more maybe. It's gonna be a lot of fiddling, tell you that much. But I am hopeful that you won't have to be fiddling too much. Think like that. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's good. I think that separates it out just enough. But we need to modify this even further because of an interesting idea I had. Now, if you're aware of How to Train a Dragon, which if you're watching this video, you probably are, and you're probably a massive fan of it. So in the second film, there was this massive, massive tower. I think even in the first film there was it. I can't really remember, but in that film, there was a massive tower with a fan, like a windmill type blade thing. Before we continue, I'm not mumbo jumbo. I cannot make animated Minecraft builds at all, and especially in the style that I'm wanting to go with. So we're gonna have it be a stationary thing. It ain't a windy day, I'll tell you that. So we're gonna ignore it entirely, but hopefully editor me, shove a picture on screen of what I'm hoping to create. Yeah. So because of this, we're gonna need to actually modify this substantially. Maybe not too substantially, but substantially enough. We want this to be kind of gradual build up to a tower, so we can make certain parts thicker as we are growing the thing. And then on the outside we will have like a little stairway that's going around, so we ourselves can climb up here if we wanted to. Holy moly, that is huge. But I'm with it. It's I think that's enough. Oh geez, this could go really big. We may even have to move this a bit out. Yeah, let's move it a bit further back. Okay, let's put that there. Let's just paste and select. Shift out of this, go to our friend. Holy moly, that is huge. That is massive. But I kinda like it. Oh, okay. Interesting. Ooh, I'm taking a physical step back from that. Look at interesting. Very wrong button. What button would be? Let's see. There we go. That's very interesting. Let's go in by hand. We can see what we can do with it. I mean, it's a bit needs a bit further, I think. Okay, how's that? That does look a lot more circular now. Okay. You know, this could be a dope creeper farm, to be fair. We could actually do that, and that wouldn't be too difficult. And this does seem to work quite nicely for it, to be honest with you. By the way, sorry if I sound tired or anything like that. I just finished a very arduous leg day, which was very exciting, very fun, but my goodness, I'm knackered. So yeah, anyway, that's beside the point. I quite like this. This is looking pretty snazzy. Okay, interesting. Let us go to you. Extrude? Extrude. We don't want that much. The cat. Oh, I don't know. What does that do? No idea. Aha, that's great. Okay, let's do... Okay. Shape. Sphere. Big sphere. You not right size. Well, you are. Are you right size? I don't know. Ooh, actually, methinks you are right size. That's very cool. Spruce wood. Okay. Ooh, cut off. Hello. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Not that much. Let's go like that. Paste. I love it. I love it. Dude. Yeah. Awesome. That's great. That's actually great. Okie dokie. Let's go to get some dark oak. Strip dark oak wood. I'm gonna put you here because on the thing it has like these bands. That's the wrong wood. It has like these bands that kind of go over it, which I'm kind of wanting to mimic. After 500 years, I finally finished the windmill. Let's take a look. Okay, you guys. Boom, look at that majestic looking windmill thingamabobby-doo-dah-day. This is it. This is what I have done, and I have also taken the liberty to switch out all these banners for trapdoors, and looking at it from afar, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm loving this. I think this looks awesome. Okay. Let's do some time-lapsing. Let's go. That didn't really work. Let's go. guys, I can see my house from here. We are really up high. Let's get down, shall we? Do you think I can clutch this? I might be able to clutch it. Hold on, hold on. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe not. Ooh. Let's go a bit lower. Oh my god, my health. Hold on, I think I might be able to clutch it with scaffolding. I'm notoriously bad at the game. But I might be able... I clutched it once before, but it was like from such a small drop, so it barely counts. But I have to try. I have to try before the big reveal. Ooh, okay. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nope, that didn't work, but I'm alive. Let's turn off the thing. This build has been 2 weeks in the making. Holy moly, holy moly. Let's go into free cam and check this out. Aw, dude, you know what? I love it. I think that looks awesome. Let's just hang by the base. Let's frame this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's super cool right there. I love it, dude. I love it. It looks so cool, especially from far away. I realize up close, it's very big and you kind of lose it, but from a distance, it looks quite nice. So yeah, this was my first, whoopsie. This was my first time using the Matica, that's the one. Lite Matica. That is what I used for this build, and it was a journey and a bit. Go away. It was quite cool. I'm insanely proud of this. Let's go over there and view it with our own eyes. Look at this, you guys. It is beautiful. Okay? I love it. I love it. Lightmatica is not something I've ever dealt with before, and it took a lot of time to get used to. I'll be completely and entirely honest with you. Could that not happen? When I press A and C, for some reason, that sets off that. Why the heck is that the thing? I'm getting annoyed now. Where is the... You know, I'm just going to uninstall it. I will uninstall it after this thing. M plus A, Y, go away. G, Y, yeah, sure. So, how if I do it? Okay, thank God. Okay. Oh, you know, I'm just restart that uncut cut. I don't freaking know anymore. Just say something. Hey, look at that. It's cool. Sorry, I've been talking for like 15 minutes, but the Lightmatica add-on adds so many new shortcuts. So when I'm just walking thing and trying to zoom, it just, pardon me, makes it go all haywire. Who does that? I mean, I get it. It's probably for more creative mode stuff, but when you have the other thing, Axiom or whatever, it just makes it a bit thing. I wish Axiom had a schematic thing where you could use it to build, and if it does, maybe it does. I'll have to check that later, but that's beside the point. So yeah. Wild. So before I log off today, I just wanted to go over a little bit of the plans for this build, because if you so the reason why I chose to do this one in particular, I had 2 options really. I had this one, and then of course we had well, you guys probably don't know, but in How to Train Dragon there's like these massive large like lantern things. I could have made one of them and have like a glowy thing. There's 2 reasons. One, so this attracts the lightning instead of that, because this was the highest point in the area, and now we have a massive hole in it, which isn't very good. So having to fix that and probably having to do that again and again is not very useful. But now we have a thing on the end of this, so it kind of blends naturally into it, which is quite nice, especially when looking at it from this angle. So it's all okay. I'm not really too bothered by it. But I was also thinking, like, what other uses could we use in this? And I mean, this normally is a pretty good spawning platform. I need to fill that in. I almost forgot. I can't believe I forgot about that. Anyway, this could be used as a really, really cool creeper farm. In my initial building, if I go M, not configuration. Why does that happen? In my initial configuration, as you can see here, we have little platforms where we can place cats on there, and then we can make it turned into a creeper farm, and this is meant to be magma under here. If I were to delete some of these blocks, you'd see magma. So yeah, that sort of stuff is very, very interesting, but I can happily go here and just click remove. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. This was an amazing episode, and I wanted to thank you all very, very much for watching. I know like this type of episodic type videos aren't doing super well on YouTube at the moment. I'm trying to do my best in order to come up with something else that isn't episodic, that anyone can just come on and watch and enjoy themselves. But for this episode, we're doing none of that. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya! Bye bye!